you asked him what happened to when he tried to kill Persie that day?
Oh, it was coming.
So now you guys are retired. Is there someone that you've surprisingly become friends with?
I just had a heart-to-heart about 30 minutes ago with Micah Richards. We fell out on the pitch. We used to be mates, and then we fell out on the pitch, and we have not really spoke since. That still sticks in my head as one of the biggest moments of my career, where it's like me being Ronaldo in half a pitch, but then 60 minutes later he decides to jump over a house and head it in. So,
at what point are Wales getting knocked out of this thing?
Oh, come on.
Quarterfinals.
Gareth Bale, what is he doing in training, and what are you thinking when you're seeing what he's doing in training?
I'm looking at him like as a fan. Like, there was a few years where he was just
mad,
unplayable. We can beat anyone with Bale in peak form. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'd like to see him get some action on the pitch because I think he'll cause problems.
Yeah. You already know the vibes. Looking in with the guys. Stephen, Rio and Joel. I got tuned into 5. You know the vibes. You know the guys. You know the trio. You know it's Steve. You know it's Joel. You know it's Rio.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to 5. Stephen Howson here with Joel, and we are here with Ash Williams, and we are going to be talking about the Euros from a Welsh perspective.
Very interesting. Does he know that you're calling him Ash Williams? Did you ask him if you
we
can
are
shorten
comfortable
his name?
with that, aren't we?
Yeah, we're tight. That's fine, mate.
He said we're tight.
Me and old AW here in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
That's good to start. All right, cool. First question, Ash, if I may. 86 appearances for Wales.
Hang on. We just going straight into this. Isn't vibe. Yeah. There's no vibe here.
No, but I want to ask him though, for real. Like 86 appearances for Wales, right? This is important. Right, can you name 3?
No, these are questions. Forget the questions.
No, but...
Let's get a Ash.
Go on. Go for it.
At what point are Wales getting knocked out of this thing?
Ah, come on.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah?
Quarterfinals.
Well, you seen the group they're in?
No. Who's in the group?
France.
Yeah, you're out, mate.
No. Turkey, Italy and Switzerland.
Nah, you know what? I'm not even being funny here, but Turkey are on job at the moment.
Yeah,
right.
You know what? I think it's going to be Turkey and Wales progress.
What, and France won't?
No, Italy.
Oh, Italy.
Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what?
Turkey and Wales.
I was looking at your pre-tournament friendlies.
Okay.
Yeah,
here we go. Yeah, okay. Switzerland, Turkey, Italy.
No, Turkey on point.
You can get out of that group, though. You definitely can get out of that group.
What's happening?
Hey.
Yes,
we can't see you, though. We can't see you.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Where are you?
Here, man. Look, sometimes I move like that on the pitch. That's how you be on the pitch. You could hear me, but you couldn't see me.
Where are you going? You walking to me?
No, I'm walking around, actually. No, I'm going to see you in a minute.
Oh, yeah, you lot are in the same building.
Steve, one of you, Joe, have you asked him what happened to when he tried to kill Persie that day?
Oh, it was coming. He's
supposed
got away
to
with
be
attempted
your mate,
murder
Rio.
like that.
I know he's my mate. He actually asked me to ask you when I told him you were going to be on. He said he wants to know the reason you went so mad on him.
Why did you?
I don't know. It was just I got no. I actually said sorry to him after because I was like, there was no need for that at all, and that's just me being an ass. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not. It's not the first time that I've done that, but that was just my mode. That was how I played football. Like, if you weren't wearing the same kit as me, for that 9 minutes, I didn't care. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know. The ball just rolled to me, and it was just an opportunity. I seen the ball, and I seen him, and I was like a kid, like has to just do it. I don't know. I have no explanation, but I did apologise to him because it was a bit out of order.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. See, that's why we're friends. See. He's a nice guy, man.
You lot only friends.
I'm a nice guy. No one believes me, but I'm like, I feel a bit bad about some of the things that happen. Not all of them, though.
You guys are only friends when you become pundits, though, innit? Like, I've realised, like, I know what you're saying, it's competition, but do you not, you see today's generation, guys are online. I know Rio don't like this. Guys are online. They might go Hackersan. They might go grab some food. Weren't you guys doing that back then?
Me and Rio?
Yeah, you Rio or you or any other player?
Yeah, no, we were. I think, but it was more like who's in your team. Like back then, it was like you'd go with your teammates more. Whereas now,
not like the Spanish lads at United and Aguero jibbing into that little group. It's a mad group.
No, I never went anywhere with any Man City players, and like, I was mates with Joel Jolien Lescott.
Yeah.
If I see Vincent Company about, I'd say hello, but I'd never go anywhere with any of them. It just wasn't on.
I'll tell you this, right? There's a gaff that used to be an old edge called Brazingamans, right? United players all be in one corner. I know Rio knows about this. Rio's just shit himself in case I tell a story you don't want to tell.
Yeah.
Right? There'd be United players in one corner, and you have like Danny Tiato and all them lot would be in the other corner. Yeah. And you have like Blackburn players sort of just like doing their own thing in the middle, but United was all over there and City was all over there. It was fucking
let me tell you, with the Brazingamans days, I was at Stockport with about like 45 quid in my pocket, looking over at Rio and that in that corner, popping champagne. I'm trying to just get a beer from the bar.
See, that's the problem, yeah. You was going to the bar, the drinks were coming to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I was sort of right. I saw everyone going there. It's a jeans and trainers kind of gaff, isn't it? It's like it's pretty chill. I saw Diego Forlan in there in a club suit once.
Yeah.
Hair down.
Just chilling.
Madness.
Slipping it, man. So now, obviously, now you guys are retired. It's smoother. It's calmer. Is there someone that you've surprisingly become friends with that were opposing mates? I know Rio's got loads. Him and Gerard are buddies
Robbie
now.
Savage is for me. Robbie Savage for me. I hated him when I played.
Is it?
I'm really well with him now.
Is it? Why did you dislike him?
He got me sent off. He played for Blackburn. Got me sent off. He was lying. And I just hated him, man. He played these roles well. He was a pantomime villain.
Yeah, sounds like Robbie. What about you, Ashley?
Well, actually, I just had a heart-to-heart about 30 minutes ago with Micah Richards. We fell out on the pitch. We used to be mates, and then we fell out on the pitch, and we have not really spoke since. And he just come and broke the ice. So there's one. There's one that's just happened today.
What happened? Why did you fall out?
Do you know what happened? I just said this to him. Like, he fell out with... he was having a little grapple up with Federico Fernandez. So I come to separate it, but he thought I was coming to like add fuel to the fire. Even at the time I was saying, Micah, like, chill, what are you doing? But he's gone then. So he wanted to fight everyone. Like, I mean, everyone. Like, Micah Richards wanted to fight everyone in Villa Park. But I have seen him a couple of times since, but we just had a laugh about it there.
Oh, good. Listen, guys, I've got to go because I've got to go on another call here, guys. So I'll catch up with you later, man. I'll see you in a minute. I'm only around the corner from you, Ash. I'll see you in a minute.
Cheers, mate. See you in a bit.
See ya.
Right, where was we?
I don't know. It's supposed to be the Wales preview, but it's a chilled podcast, isn't it? You know the vibes.
Quarterfinals, then. So you think you can make the knockout stage in this? I think you can, to be fair.
Yeah,
they're adding a 16.
There is around a 16 as well. Yeah.
You know what? I think that from our perspective, just getting out the group stage is enough. Do you know what I mean? Being realistic, well, they've done enough to get there. It's a tough group. If they get out of that, it'd be unbelievable. Any further is a bonus.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you, because everybody asks you anyway, Gareth Bale, yeah? When you see when he hit that peak stage where he became...
On a golf course?
Gareth Bale. No, not on a golf course. When, like, I don't know if it was like during these end days at Tottenham or Madrid, when he's coming to the squad, like for the meetups and he's training, what is he doing in training? And what are you thinking when you're seeing what he's doing in training?
Well, for starters, he's doing a madness. He's doing an absolute madness every day. So, like, even if it's not in the session, he's practicing them free kicks and all this madness, like, after training. And I'm like, we honestly, as a team, you know, like normally you're kind of, I don't know, like Gaz was just Gaz to us because we knew him before he went like that big. But at the same time, we're just looking at each other like we can't even hit the ball how he hits the ball. We're professionals in the Premier League, and I'm looking at him like as a fan, like he's amazing. And when he was peak Gaz, like peak. Yeah. And he was doing, like, he'd get the ball off me next to me. And I'm watching the whole thing finish with a shot or a goal where he's gone through about 6-7 players. Like, unbelievable. It was like superhuman for a bit. There was a few years where he was just
mad,
unplayable.
Yeah. Like 2014, 15, 16.
Yeah, like, you know, like his last season with Spurs and then the first couple that he was at Madrid.
Real Madrid.
we was never like not in the game because he could do something ridiculous, which he'd done. Like we played Scotland. I don't know if you remember this or seen it, but I think we was 1 down, and it was like 80 minutes, and he just decided he's not having it. He scored 2 goals. Like one he dribbled through everyone, and one he shot from about 40 yards, top corner, like and it was all in the space of 5 minutes. And it's just like we can beat anyone with Gaz Bale in peak form.
Yeah.
He's on the other side of that now, isn't he? Is that a massive problem for Wales coming into this?
No, I don't think so, because no one expects the old Gareth Bale in Wales. He's on the other side of it. That's just a fact. I think that, age catches up with everyone, apart from Ronaldo, probably. But Ronaldo's game and Gaz's game is 2 different games completely. Like Gaz was very relied on his physical attributes. But you see, like the last game, he set up an unbelievable cross for the winner, for Dan James, and he's still got that quality. He's in a different role, a leadership role. I don't think he plays the same style, but I still think he's our main man. He's our best player, most important player. He'll be relishing it, and I do think if we're gonna do anything this summer, he'll be like right at the heart of it.
Can I get a bit of a shout out for Dylan Levitt? He's prior to making his debut at United, was a regular for Wales and putting in some big performance, giving the number 7 shirt as well, playing for Wales. Do we know when the squad's been announced yet?
No, I'm not sure. I think it maybe tomorrow, I think, or today or tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Are you expecting Dylan to get included in that list, do you think?
Yeah, because he's done well. He's played quite a few games now, and I've been in quite a lot of squads with him, and he's a nice kid. Like he's a good kid, young pro. When he's played, he's done well. I think he'll be in the squad. I expect him to be in it. I don't think he'll start, but he'll probably play a part within it, and he can handle himself. So I think he's got a massive future, and I expect him to be in the squad. Yeah.
Going back to my original question that I wanted to ask in the beginning of the show, 86 caps for Wales, can you name me the most memorable performance that you've played against? So we've said how good Gareth Bale was for Wales, blah, 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 blah. But when you've come up against players and you're like, this is a long day. Can you name a few?
Yeah, I think one that stands out. So individuals, yeah?
Yeah, international individuals, preferably if you can Euros, but if not, all good.
I think one which wasn't in the Euros, but I have to say, and I've played against him twice for Croatia, is Modric. So it's not like directly up against me, but just completely controlled the whole game. He'd speed it up when he needed to. He'd slow it down. He just won the game twice. That happened, So I'd say his, and like to take it back a bit further, Arjen Robben was unbelievable. Like I don't know if he gets as much respect as he deserves, in my opinion, because he was unbelievable. Like he could move like no one else that I've ever seen. And then
was he running at you as well? Sorry, was Robben running directly at you as well? Because obviously cut inside, wasn't it? Was that someone you found yourself being run at by?
Yeah, it was. It's just like what are you gonna do? He runs as quick with the ball as he does without it, if not faster, and he goes straight at you. So that like you're never in control of the duel. Do you know what I mean? Because he's in control. He's coming straight at you, and then he's gonna go. He's probably gonna get to his left foot at some point, and you know that, but you can't really stop him. And then the other thing I'd say is Ronaldo, just because he had a quiet game in the semis, he didn't do anything. So when people ask me toughest opponent, I can't say him because it wasn't tough, if that made sense. But then what separates him from everyone else is he comes up on time when he needs to with a massive goal.
Takes the headlines, boom, there you go.
And that's all he needs to do.
Was you wary of him the entire game as well, thinking he needs half a second and it's over? Yeah,
and I think there was one moment, that someone mispassed the ball across the halfway line. It went to him, and I'm in the middle of the free. So it was me v him in a half a pitch, right? And I start backtracking, and I'm thinking...
Wait. How old was you then?
32.
So you're thinking, crap.
Yeah, but he's the same age. But I'm in my head, honestly, I'm thinking, right, this is it, Ash. Like, this is it. We'll see now.
We're thinking I'm going to hit him about mid-thigh, somewhere like that.
Yeah, so like what happened as it played out was he goes to dribble, and it didn't get given as a foul, so it wasn't a foul, but he got a bit of a meaty challenge, and I won the ball. I'm like, cool, like that still sticks in my head as one of the biggest moments of my career, where it's like me being Ronaldo in half a pitch, but then 60 minutes later he decides to jump over a house and head it in. So,
wow. Wait, before you said something really interesting, yeah? When you said Modric, yeah, taking it back, you said, no, Robin, you said, you know he's going to go in his left foot, but you can't do anything about it. So then how do you prep for these players? Because you're sitting there doing tactics and, you know, what is the best tactic then?
Well, normally you want to try and put everything in your control, whether that's from a team's perspective or individual. So say if I'm defending against someone 1v1, I'm going to try and take control of the situation. I'm going to push him either to my strong side or his weak side or away from the goal or whatever I want to do. So take control. But with Robin, you can't in that situation. So you're like at his mercy, really. So you got to hope for the best in them situations. And even like, say like a Modric, you know it's going to be tough. You can't really stop it. You're hoping for an off day or try and put your plan in place. But there's some players that are just that good.
England, probably one of the best attacking teams in the tournament. Who are you looking forward to seeing play from the England squad? Like, they got the young boys. They got the Sanchos, Foden, Grealish, Mount, you know. Who else am I missing? Rashford, still young, even though we forget. Who are you looking forward to seeing and why?
All of them. All of the young boys. I think they're exciting players. They play with freedom. They're brave. And then the two strikers I'm looking forward to is one, Harry Kane. You know, off the news the other day, and I like watching him. He's a good player. He's terrible. Like, it's horrible to play against him.
Really?
Just as a fan now, I really appreciate what he does. He's a good player. You know, he lives for goals. He's very clever. And the other one that I want to see get some action is Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, that's your boy. That must you've seen him from day one, innit?
It's my boy. I've seen him grow into the player.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that back in the day, but he's legit. I think he's the real deal now. And I'd like to see him get some action on the pitch because I think it will cause problems.
What happened? He just come out and just.
Dude, I'm asking about 6 months and then he became.
He wasn't the finished article, and it was like overnight. It probably wasn't for him, but it's overnight. It's like, wow, Dom's legit now.
Maybe it's someone like working with Carlo or something. You don't know the impact one manager can have on a player like that, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I semi-jokingly had Dom as my first choice for England with Sancho and Rashford either side of him because I think England far too often try and get the best 11 players rather than what's going to suit. Yeah, and I think even Rio's guilty of that. When we was picking our 11s, he's just trying to throw. You got to pick him. He's meant, but you're like, well, what's the system that's going to work? And he should know because England throughout his time tried to shoe on all the best midfielders in without thinking what system they're going to play.
I hear you, but I'm not picking Calvin ahead of Kane. Like, I hear what you're saying, but no.
I'm just saying it's a discussion that no one's willing to have. And you just proved
I'm
it.
definitely not willing to have that discussion. But I do rate him as well.
England need to play on the counter.
Listen,
they're going to come up
I'm going to respect
France.
your time here. We're going to carry this on off camera. Shout out to your team looking after you. And make sure you come back on Vibe with 5, man. Because if you ain't watching... Have you been watching?
Yeah, always.
You're lying, man.
Obviously.
All right, brother. Great to chat
Bye.
to you. Speak to you soon.
My pleasure. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Right.
Yes.